Supreme Court has made pronouncement on the matter. Who is he? Significant of the fact that he doesn't want to comment on matters that the Supreme Court has made pronouncement on. So let's make progress. I beg you.
Chairman, with respect, we've had a beautiful day. I expect you and I to appreciate the angles we take on the matters. I have understood him. He says he doesn't want to go there, and I have understood him. I agree. Now, I put the question differently, that at this point, I am soliciting his view on a matter. I'm not saying that he should go and criticize his colleagues who are there. I'm not saying that. Neither am I saying that he should sit here and overturn a judgment. I disagreed with the position of the majority. But in my recent review application on the House floor, I quoted it copiously because I'm bound. That is the law. And that is what I use in my review application to challenge your earlier ruling sustaining the preliminary legal objection of Honorable Ayerga against my motion on sub judice. I quoted, I relied. The cameras were there. The records of Parliament will bear me out. I am bound, and I agree with you. But it is not that path we are taking. I am asking that as a judge, as someone who teaches the law, what is your view on these schools of thought? Do you believe that there could be some exceptional circumstances where service of the process must operate as a stay and not to wait for express judicial order to restrain the person? I just want to know your view, but not to attack
With all due respect, the nominee was clear in the answer provided that once the Supreme Court has made pronouncement, the word he uses, who am I? So the Supreme Court has stated clearly what is his opinion as compared to the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court. Let us be very careful so that we don't constitute the nominee's vetting to sit as a court to either review the decision of the Supreme Court or comment otherwise on the decision of the Supreme Court. That is where we have to be very careful. That is what I am drawing your attention to.
Mr. Chairman, the whom am I phrase he used was in respect of he having the power to overturn that. We are not in that space. That is not where I am. The subsequent question that I framed was in respect of an opinion, in respect of the two schools of thought on this subject matter, not for him to attack the judgment. And I agree perfectly. That's not where I'm going. The gravamen of my question is, where do you stand in the two schools of thought? If I have to clarify, where do you stand in the two schools of thought?
Afenyo markings na original wa wanti asio. Yese entoko kwa no peso ko over nase. Inya hwe that moment na one eye speaker is what asano so speaker which I have for as only the only no part is enya asam keto no. Inye that a little fight na isi over na sia just na in enya asam keto. Na yente Afenyo markings ase. These questions are bisa about Ableikumanov. These questions are bisa about what is going on in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court and Kazankaza do ruling about Bonteno. It doesn't say I'm back in favor of unity. Bisa questions are say be like I know the in 2% as a lecturer no or a lecturer no say good lawyer no or any open opinion. Say na be an opinion no say so woman now go Supreme Court there. That means the Supreme Court can hear the waiting in the woman ko correct no. And the family come no for case no say. And here ma course no enya asem ketwa. Because tamanana easy enya be declare abano. Because no say amount for a time or ntimi declare abani ade no. Those nyina the eba abonten. Enti amount for the fale e the easy come for the echo court ni ade. In that case, no. Newz Afenyo Markins persuaded Nimi woman Casancasa, a ma edomi omulitiano. And I became a speaker and I Atiani Pam because say this is outside the scope. Anyone who busy with those questions no one. Nipa ne ban se o ba beji won eye be ka opportunity so bit my day akọ Supreme Court enya na o ana o ba ba chense onye si and open opinion about this case of Supreme Court ni ade and open case of case of we ho antwa yi enti won ti asa go to court won ti asa go to court come some good team moment as out us eba need them come try and as out us
to find out from you. You are going to the bench. How do you reconcile? Because these are two issues, and they all have national significance.
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, the nominee is seeking for your approval in order to go to the Supreme Court. He is not yet a Supreme Court judge. We cannot get him to constitute himself into a Supreme Court judge to be commenting on these matters. Two, by your narration, you indicated clearly that the matter is before the court, and somebody feels that I have been injuncted by the mere filing of the injunction application. Who knows that if you give him the nod, he may be one of the judges who will have to sit on a contempt issue. So getting him to make comment at this particular level, I feel strongly is outside the scope of questions that we should be asking the nominee. So I humbly plead that we move from that line of questioning to any other area.
My Lord, I've heard my chair. I want to give my chairman the benefit of doubt that maybe I didn't situate my question properly for him to appreciate it. But the whole exercise here is to hear your views on matters of law and national importance, public policy matters. And we are not asking you to make a judicial pronouncement. That is the point here. So I don't get it, but I would frame it differently. My Lord, the Ablekuma North Declaration, according to the records of Parliament, coming from the Minister of Interior, the Ghana Police Service is unable to provide security because of the presumption that a party has filed a process at the Supreme Court. And to the extent that that process has been served on EC, the security services have been advised that it operates as a stay. Hence, they are not providing security until the matter has been determined. My question to you is that, what is your own view on this presumption in the light of the Eko Asefua case, where the majority of the court, speaking through the respected Justice Johnny Kulendi, stated that it must only be an express court injunction to create that estoppel, rather than relying on a mere filing of the process.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable, you have even stated that Supreme Court has decided. And when Supreme Court has decided, whom am I, an ant, to say that Supreme Court has said this, it should be this. So once there's a definitive pronouncement by the Supreme Court, then it is binding on all of us until it is varied. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you. You're going to be on the bench to retire.
Close to 9 years.
In other jurisdictions, specifically
Judge status, and if you become 80 and 90, the number of cases that you will sit on, you decide, and it is given to you. That it is for the whole federal court, from the district court, circuit court, and the Supreme Court. You know, they call their high court district court. So district court, circuit court, and the Supreme Court. One, they call it appointment for life. But Honorable Chair, just 2009, the UK, they have increased the retirement age of their Supreme Court judges to 75. But for me, I think in Ghana, the 70 is okay. Because people go home within 2 years, they die. Because of the volume of work that we do. Thank you.
My Lord Ajay, you have made a very profound statement this afternoon in response to a question regarding judicial precedents, judicial decisions. And you made reference to this end-all concept where, according to your explanation, because of the
Diempa na Afenyo makinse pa unya. Ajeze tembia no opese o trendy. The ama vota kaso a public figure any ade. In this example say enka chief justice tokono ene tisa eye jeji echa. Menya cramp like menya shosenga da no minimum de babo on the crampunka CJ tokono ka bepene. Odi manza ngo pene. Ena CJ tokono eti eye baby apo ba for boni eti. Enga those question ga bisa. Ita nzenga da case ninga enya ko openo. Enga mube wininti. Enga za question enga mbo wajim. Ba eza nzi rule eti amunzi upe kwembiaso. Inkebimo. Because adia wo kama hei nipa namba ho se obaba bede obabe vete. Inti uhia ho ebeka emwa se neba beti ma pass no se ampanyampa. He is qualified to go to the Supreme Court. If he is not qualified to go to the Supreme Court there, then why then no reject no. Then na voting kwa mbwede ashasi akoso. Na odi o my voti niema akoso Supreme Court ehu ruling na ba bontin de nya mbo bontin so mo se ndwema ruling ba bontin no. O person ni pa kwa no fi one court no promoting akoso Supreme Court no. Niema akoso Supreme Court no. Onu mumi de decide on niema mu ye no se ya na senye. So like unyo no na adventure. Fine, you'll be a bit na apparently for be because Niman Kuyana area. But I know you are asking the question say Niman Bena like Busibus and Niman about law near their new court on sense, but cases are all a year Supreme Court and now Baba Bedino. So one tiasia no court. One tiasia no court and now Baba Bay back and forth be our. Because Uti in Sama a year speaker here for Ekana or say even the minor a nominee say whom am I me anta me be decided the Supreme Court I ruling on me na make us that ruling about in papa. Inti speaker here for Kwambo can say who knows said that case now cause on show the one share no opinion say what proving man kwa Ibi onu krampu no awakwa na hot na that case so because up to now in you that case when you so e hu ruling ahodo do nya de nya mba hot na de has stand to be corrected. Sabaso so in the Michelin. Nanso so opeso ya na hun opinion. Na on near day. Eko anasa otra die e Supreme Court eden. A person cannot because at the Supreme Court for ruling by no one. Bit my babu and I say Supreme Court the homo yen yanas will be a bit more criticized. But why we ordinary person no won't mean for ruling embassy the Supreme Court air the ever beginning. Won't mean yes sir. Yes, Afenyo magazine chinaji or person ya no ruling kwa and gono no on you see a nominating and corner quarter so I can dinner gono bay. And I speak either. Actually, addresses no can say this question now is outside the scope. Your question on a block man love election and you have to discuss it. So when I person discuss that you know go to court. Court na go busy could seek that a question. Could seek that answers in few. No we not say question be when you can say bisawa. In young that fight near course what is na enyas mketono. You bet my adwin child Akroma such a bit so I share more down for some maybe I should hire for Angie Chakamina.